Hi, I'm Dana Obleman. This video is for my free sleep course for newborns up to 3 months right here on YouTube. If you feel like you could use more guidance, then check out Sleep Sense Plus. The link is in the description below. Today I'm going to share with you the second most important thing you need to know about your newborn baby. And that is that newborns can only tolerate about 45 minutes of time awake before they need to sleep again. That's usually pretty surprising to hear. 45 minutes is not a lot of time. And that is including the feed. So if they feed for 20 or 30 minutes, they really only have about 15 more minutes of playtime, whatever that looks like for a newborn, and then they're going to need to go back to sleep again. And this is, every baby's a little bit different as far as sleep needs go, but I'm telling you that 45-minute window of time awake is pretty spot on. Now, here's a few things that trick new parents into thinking their baby's not tired yet. Your baby most likely won't appear tired, in your opinion, at the 45-minute mark. But what we want to do is catch the baby when they're fatigued enough, but not too fatigued. Overtiredness is hands down your newborn baby's very worst enemy. We want to avoid overtiredness at all costs, really, because what happens when a newborn baby becomes overtired is that they usually get very cranky and sleep becomes even harder. It's like, think of the nights where you know you're really overtired and you lay down in bed and think, why can't I get to sleep? I know I'm exhausted, but you feel kind of wired or a little bit jittery, almost like you drank too much caffeine right before trying to go to bed. And then the night sleep that you have after you finally fall asleep tends to be more broken, so there's more fragmentation, and it tends to be slightly lighter sleep. So those are the nights where you feel like, I don't even think I was asleep, right? Because the sleep feels so light. So that can happen to your newborn as well, and so we really want to avoid that. So I'm going to ask you to keep a close eye on the clock and get your baby into the crib or bassinet at that 45-minute mark so that we can avoid overtiredness. Now here's something else that happens a lot to the new mom, and I fell into this category myself. I was what you would call a very nervous nurser. Breastfeeding did not come easily or naturally to me at all. So what happened with my son, my first son, because I didn't know that his sleep needs were such, he'd be awake for an hour and a half. He would start getting cranky. He'd be crying, start arching his back and twisting and burrowing into my shoulder, which looks like rooting. And I would assume that he was hungry again. In fact, everyone assumes a grouchy baby is hungry. No one ever asks a new mom if a crying baby is tired. I don't know why we really should, because it's equally as important as the food, but everyone goes to hunger. So I would automatically assume he must be hungry again, and I would nurse him. He would fall asleep at the breast very quickly because he's exhausted, sleep for half an hour, wake up cranky. I'd nurse him again, and this went on for months. And I started, I'm thinking I don't obviously have enough milk because he's never totally satisfied. But what was happening is he was falling into sort of snack and snoozing. He would eat a little bit, fall asleep, sleep for not enough time, wake up grouchy, eat, sleep, so this whole day is never really full and never really rested. So by knowing this information, that your newborn can only tolerate 45 minutes of time awake, that will help you tremendously in deciding what really is my baby asking for here. And if we can catch her before that crankiness sets in, then we're preventing overtiredness, and we're also preventing you getting confused or worried that she's hungry again. So what will then naturally develop is she'll have a nice feed, a little bit of activity time, go down for a nice, beautiful hour and a half, 2-hour nap, wake up hungry and refreshed so that she can eat well, go down for another nap, and so on. So that's how this beautiful day emerges if you're keeping an eye on that clock. See you tomorrow.